Good morning, everybody.
Hello, hello.
Thanks for joining us this morning when we're going to be talking about MSC.
Hello, hello.
Well, thanks for joining us this morning. Let's not have that in there.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead, hon.
So today I figured we'd talk a little bit about the MSC app and some things that we found out. We learned a lot this weekend just looking at the app. You know, all those questions you have and you're like, how do I find out the answer? Check out the app. I do like the fact that MSC allows you to use the app before you get on the ship.
Yes.
I like that.
Yep. We was able to do quite a bit of things there, and you got quite a bit of the list there. She did real good on this, and you know, we're recording this and everything, so I want to say hello to all those that's in the live chat right now, and thank y'all so much for being with us in this live and being a part of this that we are recording.
So here's a tip, just the tip. When you're using the app, if you go to the little ship wheel in the middle of the menu at the bottom, you can go to daily activities and then go to, you know, what are things that you can do, like my cruise activities, daily program. If you go there, you can actually look at what nights are when. So they tell you when the gala night is. They tell you when the white night is. They tell you when the tropical night is. It's all there.
So you know what and all dress.
You already know how to dress for that night. So you already know what to bring and come prepared. Now I think that they also do like a 60s and 70s dance thing or something like that. So you may want to also include that kind of clothing.
One of the new ones for us is they're doing a tropical night.
Tropical.
Yep. So
which is shouldn't be new. You know why? Because it's a tropical place. But
yeah,
you
but
know,
never seen them celebrate a night like that. So yeah.
So some other things is if you go to things to do, that gives you the specialty restaurants. It gives you the excursions, the spa and beauty, special bars and lounges.
You can
now you can go to the restaurants. Don't go to specialty restaurants because they don't have that in there yet. Okay?
Where it's a little thumbnail thing. Just you don't click on that one as of right now.
So if you go to restaurants, it gives you on some of them it gives you a menu. It tells you what's available as far as food, the cost, the pricing. When you see something that says I think it's like package meal or package dining or specialty package, that is like when you purchase. The specialty dining packages, so they have them in 2 restaurants, they have them in 3 restaurants, they have them in 4 restaurants, depending on what you want to do for your dining. We could not book that on the app, and we could not book that on the website. However, we contacted our travel agent, and she was able to call them, and we have booked the 3 specialty dining package. Now, don't look at this menu and go, oh, look, I can get lobster and I can get this. You need to make sure that you look at the area or look at what the menu says. It tells you on there what you get with the package because it's more like a tasting. It's not going to give you the ribeye steaks.
It ain't like a small
like
tasting, though.
No, it's a full meal.
We've done this before. We've done it twice now. And, you know, it's a meal and everything. I don't mean like a taste, but you just don't like say they don't offer the ribeye on this one. They offer filet mignon.
Yeah, and New York strip. So you're still going to get steak at the steakhouse. You're still going to get, you know, it's just you're more limited on what you can get from there. Now, I will tell you this, $22.99 gets you the Mexican restaurant. I suggest that if you're going to get the package, don't use the package on the Mexican restaurant because it's cheaper if you just go to the Mexican restaurant and purchase that package. It's all you can eat. Either way, it's going to be all you can eat.
And you know, we went there for lunch, and it was still the same food.
Oh gosh,
it was still the same. It was still the same as what it would be for dinner.
We were able to enjoy this time with Laura and William, some friends of ours that we went on MSC with, and we introduced them to the Mexican restaurant, and we were so excited because they enjoyed it just as much as we did. We each ordered 1 or 2 desserts. We ordered the appetizers. We ordered the other foods. It's all included. Now, some other things to talk about for the app. On the app, you can book your spa reservations. Don't get upset if you normally go and you normally get your hair done for gala night and you don't see that on there, because they will be offering it. Those things are still offered on the cruise, but sometimes they don't put it on the app. Special occasions, so that's where you can get the bottle of champagne sent to the room, things like that.
Now, we haven't found, though, like if you have friends that's on a ship, we have not found that so far you have to go to guest services. If you want to send something to someone else's room,
that's the way we know to do it.
This app does not do that.
Yeah.
From what we've not found it so far.
Speaking of excursions, they have excursions for every place every port you're going. Spa and Beauty, I will tell you, it shows you on like 4 different places if you get a spa package what you've gotten. Like, I'll give you an example. Couples massage. Boom, it's on there. However, you don't get to pick the date yet. You have to go to the spa on the first day or second day that you're there. And I would recommend the first day, but it's going to be busy. So if you're on that ship early, go get your stuff done first thing. First thing, go get your meals planned and go get your spa package planned. And if you get the internet package or anything like that and you need help, go do that immediately first if you get on the cruise ship early, because there's not as many people there, and you're going to be able to get it quicker.
Right.
Otherwise, if you wait and wait and wait, what happens is more people get on the ship and you're going to stand in line.
What else you got before we get on the ship that we can use it for, and then move on to we're going to use it to get on the ship, right? Ain't that something else?
So we have already filled out all of our information, including our credit card payment, which sometimes that doesn't always work on MSC. So we were really impressed that worked.
Yeah, we were telling folks that no, you just wait till you get on the ship. Now we got ours uploaded on the ship.
Does not mean double check it when you get on the ship and make sure it's still there, because sometimes it has disappeared on us and we just go to the kiosk and enter it in again. That's not a big deal. You don't have to stand in that long customer service line. They do have a kiosk there that you can use. They have more than one. So we are going to use this to get on the ship. So we're Carnival, I always have to have my printed out pages and all that. Here, you're just going to walk up. It's going to be on your phone and you're going to click it in. Right.
It's just, it's just a little, QR code type of thing, and then it brings it up on theirs. We've used this once.
Yeah.
To get on the MSC, and it was fast. That was actually, wasn't that? It was an MSC Seashore.
I think it's because we do a lot of the work already in the app, and when you get there, it's a quicker check-in process. Now, we always take really bad pictures when it tells you to take pictures. Read what it says. Do what it says. We take horrible pictures, and we end up having to get our picture taken again, which is not a big deal.
She's talking about the picture for your security.
Face ID picture.
Yes. Do not smile is one of the main rules. Just normal face and everything. Also, what else is there? You got to have a certain type of background, I believe.
Yeah, it's a white or plain background.
Something solid.
I think I took the picture while I was sitting on the sofa, so I know I'm going to end up having to do it again. But all of that information's in there. My passport information, my emergency contact information, all of that's already in this app. I don't have to wait till I get on the ship to use the app. And I'm sure once I get on the ship, the app will have more for us. So let's talk about, I was still in the process of talking about the things to do. So other services, some cruise ships already have like a laundry area and you can go to it and do some of your own stuff. However, MSC will do your laundry for you. Now there is a cost. You can
so does the others, but
right. There is a cost, just like with any other ship. You can book that already on the app. If you want certain laundry done, you already know you're going to do it. Like I said, certain things like your restaurants, the days that you want to use them, the times you want to use them, the spa treatments, things like that, the day and time you want to use it, those you have to go ahead and do when you're on the ship, because they do not do it when you're in the app before the ship.
I noticed something else that I saw about this app now that's they're doing a lot more with it. You can see where your child is. You can see where each other are.
Don't panic if it looks like they're over the ocean.
Yeah. But that's something else. You a locator. It's going to locate where you're at. I have a question in here on the live right here, and it's no, we do not. Did you see who your cruise director
Yes,
is
we
supposed to
did.
be? I think she
One
did.
of us did because one of us been looking at this stuff.
Yeah,
One of us hasn't been looking
really
as well.
She's been working on
Dr. E is our cruise director for World America.
Yep.
And we are very excited. We only have 5 days left before we get on the cruise. And so obviously we started looking at this stuff. I really thought each app for each cruise company is different.
Yes.
But I really did like the questions and answers that they gave in here. Everything that I've seen online that someone has asked a question about, it's been in the app.
Right.
And told you.
We've struggled a lot when we first started with MSC, cruising with them, and now I think this time is the first time I've really, have figured out the app a little bit better. But I know Marsha knows it a lot better than me. And another thing that I mentioned before on MSC, for me, you can do chat back and forth. That's part of it, and you can keep in touch that way. And I already told you. Now, it's for your child though. Keeping up with your child, there is a charge. There is a charge in with keeping up with your child.
If I had to keep up with your kid, I'd charge you too. I'm just telling you that now. I mean, I'm on vacation. It gives the itinerary. So you know how most ships you have to get on the cruise ship, and in order to see what the daily activities are, you have to wait till you get on the ship and you can use the app to find out what the daily activities are. This already shows you some of the app. It's activities. It's like a draft. So every time this cruise ship goes out, maybe at 8 a.m., they're going to do a morning stretch. So that's already in there. Some of the other activities that they have planned aren't necessarily in here yet, but at least you can kind of get an idea of what's going on during the day and what to expect.
Yeah, you've already checkmarked a few things for
I
us
certainly
to
have. I have
sign up
certainly
for. I know.
Checked us off on a few things. So it tells you already on that app, like if you like to go to the casino and you like to play the slots or you like to do the gaming tables, it already tells you when you get double points or when when they have hot seats or things like that, the different activities there. So it's already there on the app, and we were pretty excited about that. We have searched, we did a lot of research this weekend. We used our app, we used the internet, we used the YouTube videos that other people have put on here, and we cannot wait to get on World America. It looks like a beautiful ship. It's definitely elegantly built, and most MSC ships are very elegant ships. And I thought it was interesting because I looked on MSC and the difference what they say their difference is, like, come join us.
Yeah.
Is more of a family environment with older people.
Right.
And I thought that was pretty cool that they already told you like what you're going to expect. It's not, they have great parties. I highly recommend their white party. That really gets to jam, and we really enjoyed that the last time we went on there. Be prepared to dance though.
Something that we found out is the second night we're on this time. For the inaugural of the World America.
It's gala night.
Gala night. So that is, we only have one
formal night.
Formal night right there. So it's the second night on the ship.
They're doing tropical night. They're doing white night. And, there are always other activities. It even tells you in the app, you can click on it and go, events and that kind of thing, and it'll tell you, hey, sometimes we do 60s and 70s themes. Sometimes you should bring a red, white, and green outfit for the celebration.
Italian.
Yeah, for celebration of Italy and that kind of thing. So it already tells you a lot of that information, which I thought was helpful.
The events, the offers, and you'll get offers even through the app. I do know that we got a spa offer they sent us, and if you get something, say you play enough in the casino, it will tell you, you can go ask probably faster, but if you're offered something, then it's like free dinner or something like that from being in the casino, it should come through there.
So Sea Tripping with Kim and Scott is in here today, and they said we wrote out our schedule last night. Yeah, we do that too. So like, all right, when are we going to do this? When are we going to do this? When are we going to do this? So we do the same thing. We currently have early time dining. So our dining is between 5:30 and 7:30.
Right.
And somebody asked, does that mean your dining experience will last for 2 hours? No. Normally it does not last 2 hours unless you
No, that's
really
just,
slow.
our window to be at, go check in would be at that time right there. Now, of course, there's a lot more restaurants on this one, a lot more available.
Yeah.
So
They certainly do have the chocolate area, the chocolate bar where you can drink chocolate, you can eat chocolate, you can put chocolate in your ice cream. It's all about chocolate. And I plan on hitting that one and getting some coffee because it looked yummy. They also have a map of the ship, and on that map of the ship, it tells you certain things. Like this part of the map will show you where all the restaurants are. And this part of the map will kind of give you an idea about what the little neighborhoods are and what to expect from each little neighborhood that's in there. So if you're in the atrium or if you're in the back area where you're going to have a bunch of activities, I think they call them neighborhoods now, but that's pretty cool. And the paid for activities, like you can even get a package for your paid for activities, so you can kind of just pay for one thing and you can do them all. Like if you want to do the swing and you want to do the turbo racer and you want to go bowling or bumper cars,
yeah,
all of that's in there in that package. So
yes. Let's see. Have we covered everything you had there? You're reading some of these?
I read some of that,
Yeah,
and I just read something Denise said that's very alarming. I need to get off of here very quickly and check my phone. But no, we packed this weekend, so that's something that we certainly did. We talk about this a lot. We stage our clothes. Okay, I'm wearing this dress, and you're going to wear this shirt with this dress, so that he's not wearing red while I'm wearing something that's totally opposite. So we had. It even tells you things that you should pack and what you should wear during the day, and what you should wear at night, and they recommend collared shirts for evening, but they do allow shorts, so you can wear a nice collared shirt and
specialty restaurants
shorts.
Is a little more. The only one that's really strict will be the specialty restaurants. Is from what we've found. But go ahead.
So when we packed, the first thing I did was pull up the app and I kind of read some stuff about it, like what do they expect. So I packed enough clothes to wear for 3 weeks in my bag, and I'm pretty sure I made Curt pack enough clothes for 3 weeks for the bag. But just remember, they do have laundry services on board. And I really do think that we 100% overpacked for this cruise, and we will not wear everything that I have shoved in that bag. But it tells you, hey, during the day you can wear casual stuff, and this is what casual means to them, and this is what, like, I call it like vacation formal or vacation business kind of thing, where you're wearing a polo shirt and shorts, or you're wearing a nice short outfit for ladies with shorts and a nice shirt to dinner.
Some folks may have a question of, do you have to pay for this app? You do not. Because I know a lot of folks are in here, are veteran cruisers and stuff. Generally that, it is included now. There is things there that you can pay for. Now, if you want to get internet off the ship or Wi-Fi like that, but for their app, that there is no cost for anything like that. You just download the app and, put your phone in, airplane mode, and we've so far, I generally about always have to go get some kind of help for, hooking up to making sure I have
pretty much every
correctly.
time.
Yeah.
So
Marsha gets it just fine, but she don't even know how she gets it sometimes. But it tell you what, we already got it now, and this time there's like more information on how.
I do like that the MSC. One of our complaints that we used to have for MSC is lack of information. So they just expect you to know where to go to do A, B, or C, and they don't necessarily give you a sign that says this way to get off the ship or anything like that. So I have noticed that the app has got more information on it than it used to, and it works a lot better than it used to ahead of time. It gives you the itinerary, it gives you what day at every place that we're going to, and just a little bit of information about that location and what you can do. And of course, go ahead.
I know something. What you see on your app, when you go up to this, I'm going to call it like a digital kiosk type of thing. Everything you see and scroll up and down on there, you can just about look at what you have on your phone or whatever, your tablet or whatever, when you go up to this kiosk, you scan, you put your card in or something, or your wristband, and it will bring up what's on there, and you scan right there, and you'll see what you got planned and stuff like that, which is pretty nice.
Here's something I learned from the app that I'm pretty sure Sea Leg Journeys, Chet had told us already, but I read a little more on it on the app, and that's for your wristband. They actually have a wristband that you can use to get in and out of your room. You can use it to pay at your, with your, basically it's a sign and sale card that you wear on your wrist, okay? However, you still need the card if you're going to do things like, if you're going to get off the ship, you need your card. If you're going to go to the casino, you need the card to insert to the slot machine, or things like that. So I thought about it. I thought about getting one. So it's a $10 charge, $9.99. Okay, $10 charge for the wristband. The good thing about it is if you start cruising on MSC a lot, you can use that wristband for every cruise you go on. All you have to do is take it to the photo area. So not customer service, but the photo area,
right,
which is also the place that you get your internet package fixed at, and they will update it for you. That's also where you buy the wristband medallion, is the photo area. So that's something that's interesting. I thought that was neat, that you could just get one and just use it no matter how many times you resell. You don't have to leave it there or anything. Honestly, if they wanted to gouge you for some money, they could just say you can use it for $10 on this cruise, and then you have to give it back. But I like the idea of not doing that.
No, when we used it, they had not a trash can, but they had a bucket to put the band.
Yeah, because it was like a test, because it was
a test run.
Right when cruising started back up, and I think it was also I think it's very helpful because it's a hands-off kind of way of doing things. You're not touching the card and then giving the card to the waiter who touches it, and then they give it back. There's not a lot of hands-on going on. You just use this, and you it opens doors too. Like the bathroom door, just to let you know. Sometimes you have to push the button to get the bathroom door open. Just throwing that out there. Elevators. Also, technology throughout this cruise ship is a lot more
advanced.
Well, a lot more advanced and used a lot more, because you put the number in the elevator of which floor you want to go to before the elevator gets there, and it tells you which elevator to get on. So
now, we use this, if I'm not mistaken, to when we were on MSC Seashore, we used the app to schedule a show.
We did.
Okay. And that was, it went very easy. We just told what, it kicks back about what time, and, it was very easy. I mean, if you want to reserve or anything, some shows you have to reserve, and then they kind of open them up once it gets started, to see how much room they have. But even if the show's done started, you can just go right in there in the app and check, and you shouldn't have any trouble at all.
I will tell you the biggest point: don't get frustrated. If you get on there and you go to do something, and like I said, you are used to one way, and you zig and it zags, don't worry about it. There is always customer service. There's always the photo area to do the technology type of stuff. You have options. There are kiosks on board in case your credit card will not go through. There's multiple of those, so you can go and do what you need to do there. You can use cash at the casino, so that is another thing that the app told me, that you could use cash at the casino. And it looks like in some areas, I don't think it's like this where we're going, but they actually offer valet services in some areas.
Yeah.
I thought that was pretty cool.
You can use the app for that. You can use also the app. I saw, transport. Yeah, that they have that to and from the airport.
They tell you a lot of information. So when you're coming and going,
if it's available, that is.
Well, they give you tips on, like, hey, if you're flying in, do this. Hey, if you want to park and go and come do this. It actually tells you that in the app. It tells you different things about what to do there. So, like, if you have questions about, what kind of travel documents do I need? Yeah. Onboard payments, hotel service charge, because they do the hotel service charge when you're there.
That's your gratuities, by the way.
Parking. And embarkation day, it tells you the process of
I
embarkation
didn't know it
day.
helped out with the parking. That's
It
probably
does,
something
yeah.
new that they're probably planning for this new terminal that MSC just
Brand
opened
new
up.
terminal.
Yep,
Looks beautiful.
Yes. So with this right here, you can do several things, like she said. Just a recap, should be fast, easy check-in this way. You can take a picture of yourself and then upload it and everything. Makes the process to getting on board a lot easier. You get quick access to information. You can browse the schedules. You can look at your events. You can look at the details of the ship where you're looking for something. If you're looking for, they're going to have a burger pizza place open 24/7 on World America. So
Go get your pizza on.
anytime you want. Also, in the interactive map, of course, like I said, you can navigate. It can help you get to where you're at.
How do I get there?
Yeah, it'll tell you along with that right there.
Have you ever been on a cruise ship and you thought, oh, I just go straight ahead and I can get there? And then you realize that you can't go straight ahead on that floor, that you have to go up 2 floors, across, down, up, and then back again. So this tells you how to get there the easiest way.
You also get real-time cruise planning. You can view your daily events. That's everything. You'll have everything from like when they're doing karaoke to if they're working out in somewhere. And something that we also used this for. We did dance class. And
we didn't make it through the whole
we're looking at doing dance class again. They're even doing line dancing this time for some friends of ours that want to do line dancing. You can get personalized alerts on this right here. They'll have promos, like I told you. They'll do offers through this and that type of thing. Also, don't forget, you can track your expense, of what you're spending and the casino. It's all in there. So you can keep up with it.
I will tell you, there is no limit on how much you can pull off your card. There is no daily spending limit for the casino. Now, I don't know that that's a good thing, but if your credit limit on your credit card or your bank card or whatever, the cash amount that you put in there, you can use all of it, up to all of that on this cruise. That's pretty unique, because most of them have like a limit of how much you can get each day. Now, can't guarantee that your cruise card, your credit card people will like that, but that's the way it is. So. And
one of my favorite things for all these right here is how we can keep up with each other, whether it be through chat or, and from my understanding now, and it's new for us, we'll be able to locate where the other one is. It'll show like you'll see their little face moving either, or it'll show where that.
That's a good thing.
Yeah, that's a new thing. And of course, for a fee, you'll be able to keep up with your children if they're into the kids programs and stuff like that, the little sharks and all that stuff. It should be pretty easy to at least keep up. I just kind of like that.
So I went online. I went on my app, and then I went online to some other areas. And I can tell you that MSC Cruises are comparable to Carnival Cruises. They're kind of in between Carnival Cruises and what I would say NCL, about the same as NCL as well, because it offers a lot with it. We actually got the drink package included when we purchased our room. However, you don't have to do that. If you decide later, you can always purchase a drink package on the app, or when you get on the ship, I promise you they will bring that offer to you multiple times while you're there. So don't get discouraged if you're like, man, I really wanted that, drink package. And
a friend of ours in the chat right here is Captain Billy J Travels. And he said he's not necessarily been happy with their app. And, we agree. It took us long. It's taken over time. And the more you do with it and the more you sell with it, sell with MSC and use the MSC For Me app, will really, you'll get better at it. Just like you did at any other cruise lines. And
there are always things that you can like better about this cruise app, or worse, or you don't like as good about this cruise app as you do other Carnival or Princess or other cruise ship brands. You're pointing at me.
Yeah, we got about a minute here, and or 2 minutes here. And if you want to close us out on anything else you wanted to cover, I think we covered pretty much anything. I never did really see any questions from our live. But if you have any questions and you want to put it in comment, we'll do everything we can to help you. And we thank those for watching. You got anything else?
Just make sure you download the app, you look it over, get familiar with it before you get on the ship. If you're downloading it when you get on the ship, you've missed a lot. Okay, so do it before you get on the ship. Review it, kind of go through the different areas.
You can really use it to your advantage on a lot of stuff.
I didn't realize how much it had in it. And, you know, there's always those questions you have that go to the Q&A. It was very helpful.
Yeah. Well, guys, we thank you very much for joining us. And we invite you to come back tomorrow and join us again here at 8 a.m. on See Me Traveling. And we will talk to everyone tomorrow. Everyone have a great day. Thanks everybody for rewatching. We appreciate that. You know,
and thanks for
like,
hanging
share,
in there with us.
And you know, we appreciate you very much. Thank y'all very much. Bye bye.